Hello, hello to YouTube, hello to my watchers, hello to my listeners. Hello, hello, welcome, come on in, make yourself comfortable, and I'm just going to be chatting about the current events from my point of view that are happening in 2026. Um, I don't know how long I'm going to be talking in this video, but it's going to be pretty long, I guess. I'm like 30 minutes, I don't know. Maybe longer, maybe shorter, I don't know, depending on how much I have to speak on this topic. So what I wanted to say here is just something I need to say for myself mainly, so I clear things up because I keep a lot of thoughts in my head about this current subject. I don't have anything written about it or anything in agreement about it. So, the easiest way to verify something is just to say it out loud, to speak it without even like signing anything or paying any money for it. Like the easiest way to say it is just to declare it for yourself because no one else is speaking my words. No one else is fixing their mouth to say what I'm saying. And no one else can come up to me and say, yes, this is what. No one can speak anything onto me that I don't agree with. You're not going to speak any of your intentions onto me, especially if I don't agree with it. So this is just what a lot of people are doing. I guess this is just what happens when you don't have a real, like a job that people know about, or like any sort of official thing that people would be aware of, like the public wouldn't be aware of. But this is just how I feel these days. You better choose a side, because if you don't choose a side, they'll choose one for you. Like with the rise of technology, it's changing the environment. And the reason I have a picture of like just a tree with the sunlight going on as the background and I don't have the camera facing me is because I want that to be the focus. I don't want people to be like just start digging for like scandals and gossip about me as soon as they see a woman talking. That's where they immediately go. They just start digging for scandals and gossip as soon as they see an attractive woman. So like I gotta make sure people maintain focus here and like actually kind of force them to listen to what I'm talking about because this is like don't be distracted by my good looks. This is what I'm talking about, the environment. So either you're gonna have to choose like the natural world or the technical world that they're trying to like make people work. This is like still the beta area, like the demo part or like the testing, where they're still using technology and like smartphones and smart data for people to make a living. And based on what I do for money, like the gig work, I know a lot more about it than the average person and what they're trying to do. So they're still in a testing phase. Like they've questioned me on some surveys, private studies, where they're like, what did you use recently to pay at a convenience store to check out? Did you use a debit card, a credit card, or did you scan your palm or your face to make a payment? Like, is that what they're doing? Like, I only seen one other store in my entire town where you had this option to scan your palm. So I'm like, okay, until I see that at the stores I regularly shop at, I'm not going to be worried about it. But around my area, I've seen them like chopping down trees and like digging up the cement or putting it in new construction. But that's for the 5G and like their new technology, and they got to put it in an area where it's like highly populated so that people have access to the telecommunication services like the phone, the smartphone, the Wi-Fi. Companies need to put up their antennas for that sort of thing. But in exchange, they're going to have to remove some of these older trees. But the trees provide like the same kind of information but just about a different thing. But like without like some of these natural forms of connection, I'm gonna call it that, people will be out of touch with their environment. So the more you subscribe to like social media, data plans, technology, the less you'll be in tune with the natural environment. And that's kind of like people giving up their primal instincts in exchange for convenience. So, what kind of person would be a left if there's no primal instinct in a person? Probably some sort of robotic husk of a person, a shell of a person who only knows how to do mechanical robotic things. Like nature is important because like without that primal instinct, without a primal instinct, you won't feel things like rage and fear and passion. And you need that sort of thing to be creative. You need that primal instinct to feel creative. It's not mechanical. It's not machine like. It's not like memorization and following instructions. If you want to be a robot, a machine that just blindly does what it is told to do, then sure, go by all means volunteer to be a slave because that's basically what you'll be. A lot of people are okay with that. They just want to be told what to do. They want to be told when to get up, when to eat, when to use the bathroom, when they should like do all that mechanical stuff. And basically, they're saying they're comfortable being a slave as long as they have all the conveniences, as long as they got food, shelter, um, and a place to sleep, all the things that the basic things you need to physically function, they'll be fine. Basically, like if they don't have to think up any creative ways for them to have to do that, then they're like, okay, I'm set. So, but that just kind of takes away the creativity that people have. I'm not okay with it personally. I'm not okay with uh, being in that category. I'm not gonna say like I'm anything doing anything like that, but for now, it's just like I'm kind of testing the waters of it. Okay. Okay, so I'm kind of like in the emotions of trying to uh, remove myself from this environment since it will be kind of like a desolate place. Like I just had a like a I don't want to say a vision because maybe it was a vision. I don't know because sometimes I have these images in my head. I don't voluntarily like imagine it. Like sometimes they just there once in a blue moon. But I just thought of like I guess I could call them visions. I don't know what to call them yet, but I thought of like this really empty parking lot, a huge, giant, empty parking lot. And there was nothing there but like a gray building, like those giant malls, a giant mall gray building on top of a parking lot, a giant parking lot that was completely empty. That's what I think society is going to be like. It's already like that in my area, most of the places. Because the more they remove, the more of the natural environment they remove, the more it just starts to look like that. Like there's no life whatsoever. Like it's just like a factory. And they want to put people in there. Like if you're comfortable being robotic and acting like a slave, then you'll be comfortable living in that environment where they just treat you like a robot or like a factory machine and they just feed you like like you live off like a machine or something like that. So I just need to make a decision about it's going to be like a life changing decision. So for me, it's going to be life changing. And once I make this decision, I will basically be throwing away everything I was um taught, like not the part where I'm speaking English or learn the alphabet, but like the system of the life of what I've been taught, like that has to do with religion and my support system and the way the society works. Like you get it, you get a job to pay for the stuff that you need. But I'll probably still be doing that, but not like as much as people who say act like it's the most important part of your life or like you need it. So basically, um the type of world I envision for myself is more fantasy compared to the average person in civilization. Um People are being goofy in the comments as expected, but this isn't about the comments. It's about the content that I post on YouTube. Speaking of which, on TikTok, I realized why they started saying I was spreading misinformation. They like gave me a community guideline warning saying I was spreading misinformation just for speaking my opinion. It's because they're like everybody on TikTok is just being used as like information harvesting for training AI, for training artificial intelligence. So that explains why people on TikTok were getting paid so much money, like basically like part time type of income when they were like doing it seriously, when they were selling on TikTok, when they were live streaming like seriously. They were getting like paid a livable wage, and I don't think they knew that it was because they were training the AI system. Maybe they were doing it unknowingly, but I think that everybody was training AI to learn people's movements and features and how they speak so they could copy it and replace people. And then eventually they'll say, we don't need you anymore and like take over. But that's why I had to put my TikTok account on private because like I knew what they were doing. Um, I think the only type of interaction I was getting after I opened up a new account on TikTok was like the deviant chat bots. So like I was getting barely any views. So they're only gonna give like the helpful individual chat bots to people with a lot of views. But like the deviant chat bots, they're the type of chat bots I was getting when I was on those not safe for work websites. I don't know if I should talk about that here, but on those not safe for work websites, they post deviant type of chatbots, but that's not important. What's important is choosing a side. um it's gonna be pretty hard though, like especially if you're really dependent on this system. Just breaking away from computers, from smartphones, from 5G, that is starting to become like a thing that I'm depending on for like, but no one ever calls me on my phone, but like it's a big move breaking away from the system. Go to the mall and get some. To the mall and get some. What the heck? The comments are just so funny. Anyway, um, so and to anyone who actually listened to this message, to any real human beings and can reson resonate with it, you know what I mean. And I'm not just talking blindly or talking about like memorizing a bunch of words and saying them out loud. This is coming from the heart. This is coming from my heart and soul. I'm not blindly reading a script and mechanically saying it out loud as if I know if and like someone who doesn't even know what it means. So this is something I have to practice more like. And some people they're not even in it. They're not even in it for like fully. They'll say something in vain or for shock value, in vain or for shock value, without any roots or deep meaning to it, just because they want to get a quick reaction out of it. Like, if I'm going to make this decision, then I need to put my heart and soul into it and be dedicated to it. So I don't be like coming back and being like, okay, I might actually need your 5G and your cars and vehicles and stuff that people like depend on. Because I think in the future, this 5G and this internet and this technology will start to live off the lifeblood of the humans, like in some way, in a not literal way, but like in a certain way. What will fuel this economy and the technology that people consume is their own blood. So when they say scan this with your palm or scan this with your head, they actually want to inject technology into your bloodstream. And that's why I really need to make a firm decision and not really go back on it, like ripping off a band aid or something. I got a lot of time to actually make a real decision about it, but when the time comes, I'm gonna have to make it a firm decision and like be like, okay, I guess I can't live without. I'm gonna have to live without this anymore. I'm gonna have to throw this away. I'm gonna have to scrap my phone, and if people really want to talk to me, they're gonna have to go out of their way to do it. They're gonna have to find me to do it. It's not gonna be all this phones and cars driving to where an address that they know. Is gonna be actually challenging. So this is just still the test area where I'm seeing who actually gives a crap about my well-being and who's gonna go the extra mile to involve me in their life. If not, then it's been nice knowing you. I'll still be doing things I want to do. You just will never know about it. You'll never know about it. Never know about where I live, and you'll never hear from me again. Basically, because I have no problem shutting down every single social media that I have to make this decision and cutting all ties with all people to make this decision. It's kind of like metaphoric when you see all these trees being chopped down. Trees symbolize something. Trees symbolize something spiritual. They symbolize life and your ancestral tree, your heritage. That's why they always use a tree. It symbolizes a lot of stuff. But like chopping down a tree just symbolizes like death and destruction. And the only thing, especially when they remove the roots too, like they chop down a tree and remove the roots, is like there was nothing ever there. So yeah. And on another note, on a completely unrelated note, anybody notice how the Dollar Tree stores have like I don't know, like they're trying to be trendy now. It's like they're trying to be like Target, which is kind of like okay, who's that gonna attract? But yeah, choosing a side is gonna be a process for me. I already know which side I want to choose. It's just like I have to unlearn everything I learned to be on the creative side and the side that sides more with more primal than mechanical and machinery and technology. It's been fun though. It's been fun using all those, using a computer every single day for hours a day. Actually, it hasn't. It has not been fun. It hasn't been fun waking up every day and using a computer and using that as my only source of communication and money and income because everybody else was already cut off for some reason. Like they wouldn't even bother to talk to me, or be in my life, or treat me like I was a priority. Only treating me like I was like, okay, I'll get to you if I feel like it. Okay, I'll take care of your needs and your basic needs and your interests when I feel like it. It's like, why didn't I cut them off long ago? I should have been cut them off, honestly. 10 years ago, but like, it's hard cutting off your own blood. People actually related to you that you have to cut off. systems that don't serve you, I have to cut off. It's a lot of things I have to cut off. So, yeah, it's just like a process for me. The reward will be, I'm not saying there won't be a reward for me. There will be a reward for me for doing all that. But it's just like, like when you're addicted to something and then you have to like suddenly stop doing it, it's a process. But it's not actually like a drug addiction. It's just like a system I'm used to. And everybody else in this urban or like society and civilization are used to it too. So I'm not alone in this. It's just like I'm alone in getting rid of it and like starting a new life for myself. It's my dreams and my goals that are on the line. And basically, no one else is going to give that to me but me. Basically, it's up to me. And I do have a choice. Unlike most people, I do have a choice. I'm not like so deep in this that I can't just suddenly like not make a decision for myself. Like some people are just so into deep in this that they can't go back. They can't reverse what um they've grew up believing. Like if you have kids, you can't just suddenly say I don't want to do this anymore and then leave them. Like um if you have like I'm going to say it like this. If you have like a woman who has a man in her life because you depend on that man, otherwise you would be like a streetwalker, like actually doing deviant stuff for money. You don't have a choice. Like I'm gonna say it like that. Basically, if you're someone like that, if you're like old, an elderly woman, you don't have a choice. Like you can't just suddenly reverse it. Like I have many options, so I'm not like some old lady potato sitting at a table going, well, yeah, I'm just gonna trust in the Lord and believe. No, I have options. I'm young and I'm smart and attractive. I have options. So not the case for most people, but it is what it is. And I've chosen my side, and that's just what I wanted to say out loud and declare and confirm for myself. Because sure, I could get a journal and write this down, but this is kind of a lot for me to remember and take in right now. So that's just what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to record for myself. Thanks for listening. And look forward to my new video. I think I'm gonna upload it this week. I should have uploaded it in February. It's just like I have a lot on my plate that I'm doing personally. And thanks for listening to my live stream and my chat and my affirmations. I'll call it affirmations. Um, See you next time. Bye. And don't forget, choose a side if you have the option to.